Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, it must be Saturday because we're playing RimWorld again. That's kind of the thing we do around here. Alright, I am just scraping home from work as I'm getting started here, so I'm a little bit behind. No one is wholly surprised by that, but I'm running a little bit behind today, so bear with me as I kind of get things up and running here. Okay, alright, I'm here, I'm ready, let's do it. RimWorld, it's happening. We got rid of what's-his-name last week. Tom. Yeah. Tom was no good. We've gotten rid of Tom. Did we sell him into slavery? I believe we did. We've got Sienna and Sully here. That'll do for right now. Are we converting you? I hope we're converting you. No, we're doing nothing at all. We're doing absolutely nothing at all. Wait, why are we doing nothing at all? Oh, hang on. You're quest targets, aren't you? You're quest targets. Paid conflict? No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Don't convert those guys. Don't do anything at all with them except keep them fed. Don't do anything to them. They're very, very nice people, and we're trying to get them to go home in an orderly manner. Food's looking good. Pretty pleased about that. I wouldn't mind expanding the freezer. I think it's about time we got that sort of thing done. Did I ever get... What are we researching right now? Just machining. All right. Can't really afford to get rid of that generator then. Joe, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I can't really afford to get rid of that generator at all. We kind of need that. Everything's going horribly wrong. Splash of yellow, welcome, welcome, welcome. Penitent apologizer, right. We could think about that. I could think about getting some warmer clothes for people. Do we have anything like that queued up? Do I have any parkas? Yeah, we've got parkas queued up. That'll be fine. And anything around here we should be murdering. Right, the ibex we can't do anything with because apparently they're sacred animals. Who knew? So we'll go rabbit hunting. Anna B, Bobcat, Lisa C, welcome, welcome, welcome. Really cool ambulance with skulls and lightning swords. Yes! I like that. I didn't know there was a lightning sword on top of the van. That makes it extra specially cool. I like that. We've got goats, though. The goats are going okay. The goats are doing very well. And the church is looking... if not perfect, at least not terrible. I notice I missed a bit of flooring there. Let's get that done. Yeah, there's a couple of tiles of floor that we kind of didn't get. Okay, we'll get that taken care of. That'll be fine. Terrain here is already a wood floor. I'm aware of that. I put it down anyway just in case, RimWorld. Chill. Chill on that. Now what? Oh, the power's going out. Oh, super. We were all just off to a roaring start here in RimWorld. We need wood. Oh, okay. Well, then we'll chop down some wood. We're fine with that. We like chopping down wood. The hippies don't like it so much, but we're totally fine with chopping down wood. Okay. Now what? Now what do I do? I want to get... Well, I need more people. And we're still expecting a raid. A raid is coming at some point. I just don't know quite when. Oh, the new prison's looking good. I like that. Mel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the new prison is looking fine. So when we do get anyone at all, at least we'll have somewhere to put them if we're able to capture them. Fang, you're doing what exactly? You getting some potatoes, man? That's cool. You're hauling some rice. All right, I like what you're doing with the rice there. That's fun. It's a good thing to be doing. Yeah, I think expanding the kitchen would be a point of order, something I'd like to get done. I wouldn't mind moving that wood-fired generator just anywhere but where it lives right now. I can't move those, right? No, I've got to build a new one and then deconstruct the other one. I'm a ghosty. Just discovered your channel from Honey I Joined a Cult. Welcome! Welcome, thank you. Well, I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you found us. You've just described the entire nature of the channel. Somebody bumbles across it and said, yeah, I could watch a little more of this. I'm glad you found us. Welcome. Welcome. We do RimWorld every Saturday. Fridays right now we're live streaming Fallout 4, but they're all subject to change. We've been doing quite a bit of RimWorld for more than a while. We like our RimWorld around here. I hope you do too. If you're into Honey I Joined a Cult, RimWorld is kind of a natural extension of that. So hopefully you'll dig it. But welcome. You are very, very welcome here. I'm a ghosty. I like that one. That's good. Oh yeah, wood-fire generator. Right, that was my plan. Let's get some power. Let's get another wood-fire generator. Just pop that guy right there. Then I'm going to deconstruct the other one and kind of shuffle the kitchen out a little bit. Spike Little Girl, welcome, welcome, welcome. Then kind of move things around a little bit. We just don't have enough warm bodies. I can't run a colony on 4 people. This is just absurd. Even the dog isn't doing anything besides hanging around with the prisoners. And it's nap time for everyone. Fang, you're always my favorite. You're getting some potatoes. Good. I like that, Fang. Fang, you are the person. I'm actually not sure if you're male or female. What are you? You're female. You are the woman. Jason, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are the chief architect around here. Actually, I think you are the chief architect around here. Aren't you the one who's really, really good at building? Yeah, you're really, really good at building. Okay, cool. Actually, probably don't bother. Don't be number one on growing. Growing's great, but we've got food under control. I like watching RimWorld. Oh, good. Excellent. Good. I'm glad. We like watching RimWorld, too. I like playing it, but mostly I just sit here and babble for a while. Trucking with a tablet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we got to get this kitchen thing under control because we're out of space for food. I have no more space for food, especially since those eggs came in. They didn't really ask for the eggs. They just literally dropped on my head. Ah, Ramirez is out chopping trees. Good. We can get a few of these little flooring sections finished. I wouldn't mind perking up. You know what? While I'm getting the wood in here, I'm just going to perk up the hospital area a little bit. We'll just get some end tables in there just to cheer everyone up. Maybe, maybe a quick cabinet or whatchamacallit, dresser. Well, yeah, we'll throw one of these in. It's not going to hurt. Everyone will be a little bit more chill and mellow if we got one of those in there. Yeah, this is all fair. This is all good. All right, let me get it going a little bit faster. When are we expecting that raid? 1.4 days. Okay, that's fine. What did we get here? An auto pistol. Oh, well, does anyone want a better gun? You've got a revolver. You've got an auto pistol. And I think, Ramirez, you're a brawler. Yeah, so you don't want a gun. Have you ever played Imperator Rome? I have not. I've watched a lot of it, Jason. So I watched, Penge did it for a while, and I watched some of Many a True Nerd do it. Definitely wanted to take a look at it. My grand strategy games like that, my only complaint with them, they do tend to be somewhat samey. So, which is odd, because they're so, huge and majestic in their scope. But I've got Crusader Kings 3, and I like it. So, looking at Imperator Rome, I'm like, well, why do I want to go to this? Where is my incentive to go to this? I've never thrown it off the table. It's never excited me enough for like, oh my god, I've got to play this. Where, other ones of that style have. I feel that's one of those ones. Okay, here's what I'm throwing in there. Here's what I'm throwing down, Jason. This is what you're going to pick up off the table when I put it down. So, grand strategy like that. Civilization or Crusader Kings or Imperator Rome or Hearts of Iron, any of those ones along those style. It's kind of like Black Sabbath. You really, actually, no, I'm going to check that. It's like AC/DC, all right? You really only need one AC/DC album. Everything else sounds pretty much like that one. Ideally, the greatest hits. You really only need AC/DC's greatest hits. You don't need every single AC/DC album. I feel the same way about big grand strategy 4X games like that. I just kind of need the one. Are you coming right in, Sparky? Because we can shoot you in your face, Oh yeah, you ain't playing. Oh no, you're gonna hang out. Okay, Red's gonna hang out. I wouldn't mind grabbing Red. If we could possibly capture him, that would be ideal. I really just need a warm body. Do I know anything about you right now? Yeah, see, you're broadly not 100% completely terrible. Got a good cooking skill. I wouldn't mind having that. That'd be okay if we had that. Dr. Avalanche, welcome, welcome, welcome. Mr. Kearns, welcome, welcome, welcome. How am I? I am fine, if a little bit rushed. I got out late from work today. They're beginning their assault. So I'm a teensy tiny bit rushed as we begin RimWorld today, but I am broadly fine, and obviously very happy to be playing RimWorld with you guys, as I always have. It's 1180 something 412 is wasting my money. Probably not for that price. I don't know what that I don't know if that's a... Yeah, I mean, that's a decent price for it. The Geek Cupboard played it. So, you can always check out some gameplay before you pull the trigger on it. Lots of people played it. Tons and tons of people played it. But I watched the Geek Cupboard play it, and I watched Many a True Nerd play it. Both of them seemed to have a fine time with it. They didn't have any major problems with it. Could you go melee attack Red, please? In fact, you know what? I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'd really like to capture him. Could we all just punch Red in the face? I want us to all just punch Red. maybe that will increase our chance of him being taken alive. I don't really mess around with this much when I play. No, we still killed him. You guys are too good at punching. Sorry, Red. It was my goal to capture you, but we just mostly punched you. Wicked sorry about that. Yeah, so for 1180, it's... Oh, pods have arrived. What's happened with these? What did I get? Oh, yeah, we got a hat. I'm wicked psyched about that. Lou, could you go grab that hat, please? Don't wear it. I'm probably going to sell that to somebody. And we got some uranium. Okay, I mean, the uranium's always welcome. Make some good art. Nice, valuable art with that. Should try Secret Government. Already tried it. Yep, I have it. Trucking with a tablet. EF Random, welcome. Yeah, no, I have it. It is a bit complicated. Nowhere near as complicated as Stellaris. I have it. I've played it. It is very complicated. It's super, super complicated. There's no question of that. I enjoyed the story tutorial, but then when they throw you into sandbox mode, usually I prefer sandbox mode because I like to kind of infuse my own creativity on a game, but I actually enjoyed the story more because the story, well, it had a story, it made sense, and it was a little kinder to you. So in sandbox mode, it's like, you failed. Yes, you're terrible at this game. You should never play this again. Your secret government has collapsed and everyone else has taken over everything you own. I definitely enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind, I don't know what I'd like out of that. I definitely thought about putting it on the channel. I thought it would work really well, and then I tried it and I probably put a few hours into it. Not a lot, but a few hours. But I have it. I've enjoyed it. It's just so complex that I don't know. When we get into super complex stuff like that, that's a hard sell on the channel because I don't want to waste your time as a viewer kind of clicking around and trying to figure tabs out and what menu is under what, that kind of thing. I mean, I'm terrible at everything in the gaming world. But I do try to be conscious of your time, and I don't want to waste too much of your time just sort of... Lou, why did you put the hat on? You know what, actually, that's probably a really good hat for you. Because you're, you know, all meditative and whatnot. Anyway, go refuel the generator, please. So I'm always kind of conscious of your time. I don't mind a little bit of blind playing, but I don't want to waste your time. And one thing that really annoys me when I'm watching other Let's Plays is just watching people click through menus and go, where's that thing I want? I can't remember where the thing is that I want. At bare minimum, at least if I do that, I try and edit it out. I'm just going to cut that out. 15 watching, 10 likes. And one of them is me, Jason. So if you ever see one like on any... Okay, if you want to go back in time, go back to my oldest videos, and you'll see that there's exactly 2 likes on them. Both of them are me. I assure you that, sir. Both of them are me. Had the same experience. I would have preferred more scenarios. Me too. That's one of the few games where I'd actually enjoy a story mode rather than the sandbox. I had more fun with the tutorial, weirdly, because it kind of guides you through the story, and the story makes sense, and you're kind of doing things that are not obvious, but it just made a little bit more sense to me. I preferred the tutorial, but then that ends, and they're like, yeah, there you go, sandbox mode. Have fun with that, Sparky. And all of a sudden, you are dead. Everything is awful. Ramirez, I know I sent you to punch people. How did you fare with that? Oh, you're totally fine, Ramirez. You're totally fine. You got one teensy little bruise. Don't give me this big red bar up here, Ramirez. All right? You ain't fooling no one. You got a tiny bruise. All right? Just get up out of bed, you lazy so-and-so. All right, what's... Oh, kitchen. Right, back to kitchen. They need to finish this first. They've got all the stuff there. Somebody needs... Fang, what are you doing? You're playing horseshoes. No, could you just, like, really, really quickly finish that wood generator? Yeah, Ramirez is fully healed. That's what I thought, Ramirez. That's more like it. Hang on, coffee's going to live in my mouth. Oh, that was good. Mrs. Dave made that coffee. I was so rushed coming home from work, and I walked in the door, and she said, would you like me to make the coffee? I said, that would be delightful. She's so good like that. She knows when I'm rushed and I'm trying to get up here to stream, and she knows I've got a bit of setup to do before that happens. She's so good. She's the best. All right, refuel that, and let's mark this for deconstruction. It's taking me so long to get any research done. I wonder if I should put up another generator. Maybe just another wind farm thing. Yeah, maybe I'll put that up. Give me a duplicate of this, please. Put that, say, there. And I'll only have, like, one tree to cut down. In fact, I'll extend this a little bit. to deal with that side of it. And then, actually, you know what? I'll just bring this cotton field down a little bit. This will make total sense when I'm done with it, surprisingly enough. Bring that down to, say, there. There we go. More cotton's not going to hurt. Geek Cupboard, Penge! Welcome, 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 welcome. Speaking of the Geek Cupboard, we were just talking about you. We were looking for someone who'd played Imperator Rome, and I seem to recall that you had done that. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but I seem to recall you'd done some Imperator Rome. So if someone was looking for some gameplay of that, judging whether or not they should play the game, I said, hey, you could head over to the Geek Cupboard and watch a little bit of that. So, yeah, long story short, trucking with a tablet. Liked Secret Government? I don't know. Cat, welcome, welcome. I would have to put a lot more time with that. You know what that'll end up being? That'll end up being another sim airport, where I've got to keep going back to it on my own time over and over again until I kind of get the hang of it. And Sim Airport was totally like that. I found that overly complex at the beginning. I know at the end of the day it's actually not that complex, but I found it very complex, and I just had to keep playing it over and over and over again until I kind of got the hang of it. And then I'm like, okay, now I can put this on the channel. Now that I have a base understanding of what's going on, I can put this on the channel. So Secret Government may end up like that. The leader of that cake cult is here. You're right. You're right. It's not... Cake is no basis for spiritual enlightenment. It's very yummy. It's very, very yummy. But you eat the cake and the cake is gone. But only true truth, light, love, hope, divinity, and tax-exempt status can only be found with Todd the Spicy. We all know that. Everybody knows that. All right. You better be here to try and push your cake cult. Oh, I love, and we were actually, Pench and I were just talking about this, texting each other this, the fact that you guys are invested in the rivalry as we are is just wonderful. It really is. It just cheers us up no end. We put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and when you guys just get into it, like you're wicked into it, like Rising Star 2, you guys are just into it. It makes it better for us. We enjoy doing it even more. There is nothing wrong with cake. You're right, trucking with tablet. At no point has Todd the Spicy said there's nothing wrong with cake. We're just saying it's not a basis for truth, light, fulfillment, and tax-exempt status. That's all. Mel finds cake to be very inspiring. Don't make me change your name to Untodd, Mel. I've threatened it before. I can go into that Discord. Shameless self-promotion, link down below. I can go into that Discord and change your name to Untodd, who is I don't know what the opposite of blessed above all others in Todd's sight is, but you'd be that. You'll be named Untodd. See, Mr. Kearns has got it. Mr. Kearns has got it right. He knows what's up. We've completely cut off the power to the base. Minor issue there. Completely cut off power to the base. If somebody would want to just maybe pop those two cables in, that'd be great. There is always more cake. Is there really? Is there really? Because Todd is everything. Cake needs ingredients and time to bake. I think, here's my opinion, I think that the cult of cake, and it is a cult, let's be clear, it does not enjoy tax-exempt status. It's not a recognized church. I think this cake cult thing is really just a scam by the big flour companies in order to get people to buy more flour. This is what I think. In the same way, now this is true. What I'm going to tell you is true. I swear to God this is true. Because of everyone embracing all the different allergies and insensitivities that they have, this is a true story, I swear to God. The cheese market fell out. So everyone suddenly woke up and decided they were lactose intolerant one morning, okay? All of a sudden, nobody's buying cheese. Big cheese, like literally the major cheese producers in the United States, started funding pizza places, and all of a sudden pizza is everywhere. Everyone pizza, 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 because Big Cheese had no one else to push it to. So all of a sudden we're like encouraging everyone to get pizza. Look, if you go back through the years, you'll see there's a phenomenally larger amount of advertising for pizza places than there used to be, because Big Cheese is funding them. Now, there's a point to that story. That part was true. This part may or may not be. The cult of cake, whatever it is they call themselves, I don't know, it's something about baking or something. Todd, we can't pay attention to that sort of thing. We're very important people who are embracing the light and the truth and the love and the tax-exempt status of Todd the Spicy. I think this cake cult thing is funded by Big Flour. This is what I think. Big Flour is funding the cult of cake. And it's just a scam. That's all it is. They get you into cake. All of a sudden, you're like, oh my god, I'm totally wickedly worshipping cake. I don't got no flour. I better go out and buy some more flour. This is it. It's a money grab. Oh, who's getting married? Somebody getting married? Do we have people who like each other? Oh, Almond and Ramirez. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, cool. All right, well, good job, team. Go, kids. Yay. All right, they're getting... Well, that's one less bedroom I need. Fantastic. I love it when that happens. Would you guys like to have the nice bedroom? You could. None of you are ascetics, right? You actually would like a nice bedroom? Yeah, no, I'm going to give you the nice bedroom. Let's change this up. So this can be for Ramirez and... Oh, do you actually have to be married? I think you technically have to be married. Okay, that's fine. Well, when you do get married, you can move into Ramirez's bed. It'll be totally chill and fine, everybody. This is not a cult. It was clarified very clearly. I'm sorry, if you can show me your tax-exempt forms, then I will believe that. But until you can produce forms that say we are a recognized tax-exempt church, then it's a cult. That's all I'm saying. It's a cult. Todd the Spicy and the Lord of the Bake need to come together to discover who has disliked this video. Oh, that I've got a serial disliker. Don't even sweat it. I need neither Todd the Spicy or your cake dude to sort that out. I have a serial disliker. It's quite cute at this point. I enjoy it. So they come in. I'm not playing the one game that they like, and they throw down a dislike. I'm assuming it's the same person every single time, because this person has somewhat mildly pestered me to go back and play a game that we've played before, and I very politely said, yeah, I kind of already did that one, man. We probably won't be going back to that anytime soon, but apparently it's the only game they enjoy. There's one game in their life, and it's that game. And if I'm not playing that game, then they throw down a dislike and walk away. Big Flour sounds like some sort of final boss in a Yoshi game. As the lowest ranking follower of Todd the Spicy, I will find out who disliked it. Well, I've said, Mr. Kearns, you may want to check in on the third part of Honey, I Joined a Cult, as your devotion is going to be rewarded. Todd has seen your devotion. It has not gone unnoticed. It has been very apparent to Todd the Spicy, and it shall be rewarded. Todd rewards his most devoted. Josh is secretly the one disliking. I think Skinny Legs, I skipped leg day Josh. Well, somebody in the comments for the latest one said the stalker fan might be Josh, or it might be Andrea, or it might be both. They might be working together. I think now Josh is hooked up with Andrea, and they're pestering the RDDs. This is what I say. They are pestering the RDDs, living rent-free in their head. Yes, I do occupy a lot of space in their head. The power's back on. I can get back to Operation Extend the Kitchen, finally. So let's go with a steel wall. Let's take this. I don't want to put it out too far because of the wind turbine, but that I can always re-extend it later. That'll be fine. I can re-extend it later. We can take the wind turbine down at some point. Mr. Curran said it. Okay, yeah, no, I knew somebody said it. I think it's either Andrea or Josh or both. But now I've taken that, and I think Andrea is hooked up with Josh. Andrea can't have any member of the RDDs, so she's hooked up with Josh, and this is just a play for Josh. Josh doesn't really care about Andrea. He's just using this as a way to bug the RDDs now that the RDDs are playing arenas, and Josh is left in the dust. Yeah, Spike Little Girl thinks Josh and Andrea are working together. Ooh, that is a decent cup of coffee. Mrs. Dave did well on that. Okay, that was really quick. Let's just deconstruct this. It's not going to be like a huge extra kitchen, but it'll be something. Our tax exemption forms are currently being processed by the Tax Exemption Form Processing Company. It's not for us to say anymore in this ongoing legal matter. Well, it was pretty simple for the Church of Todd the Spicy. That's all I'm saying. We said, hey, we're the Church of Todd the Spicy. We embrace truth and light and wisdom and love and tax-exempt status. And, the federal government said, yeah, sure, that sounds about right. Heck, we gave the Scientologists tax exemption. No reason we shouldn't give it to you. If they get it, everyone should get it. Now, did I actually put floors down in here, or is this that's just dirt? All right, let's actually finally get a real floor in the kitchen. The workload seems to be fairly, oddly, rather light right now, so I think we can take some time to get some of this done. Let's get a concrete floor in here. I don't even really care about moving the cables because it's the freezer anyway. It's not like it needs to be delightful. Josh is bitter. I did see the review. I don't really take his review very seriously. You might as well ask one presidential candidate to review the other one. So no, I don't take Josh's review seriously. We don't take Josh seriously. Josh, we see now. Now, the loss of Rebecca was a blow. And we miss Rebecca, and we wish Rebecca well. It was definitely a blow when she left the band, but we understand now, we've come to terms, and we've kind of moved on, water under the bridge kind of thing, and we do wish her well. We wish Rebecca well. I understand she's got a good solo career going now. Not as big as the RTTs, of course. But we see now that Josh was just a filler until Dr. Sissy came along. And Dr. Sissy, we are very obvious, is like Rebecca 2.0. Not only is she as good as Rebecca, but she's also very funky, all right? Which is something we were lacking. The RTTs rock hard, but we weren't funky. Now we're funky as well as rocking hard. I think the Church of Todd is very Scientology. Ice Cream Cult totally pays all of their taxes. Of course, they're good citizens. People who eat ice cream and enjoy it are good people. You just can't eat ice cream and be a bad person. That's not how it works. Todd got them almost instantly. Indeed. Very, very true. All right, floors are going in. Okay, so, again, recognizing the workload is weirdly not that bad right now. What could I be working on? We got this up and running. Great, we got the other thingamajiggy here, the wind turbine thing. Oh, and it's already connected, even better. Great, it's close enough that it already connected itself. They've extended the fields, so no worries about the wind turbines not working well. Did we ever actually get batteries, or did I just pretend I did that? I did pretend I did that. Okay. I just thought I did. We are very, very funky, Mr. Crunch. You're not wrong. We heard that when the Church of Todd the Spicy filed their tax exemption forms, the person who was handed the forms was seen driving away in a new Ferrari on his way to Vegas. Okay. Those are mutually exclusive things the Geek covered. Those are mutually exclusive things. I have no opinion on that. I have no opinion on the wealth or lack thereof of any member of the Federal Tax Commission. That's nothing to do with me. The IRS, not my concern. We gave them the forms. They said, yes, you are an officially recognized tax-exempt church. What that gentleman drives away in, not my concern. Not my concern. Those are mutually exclusive things. Take that to a court of law. See how that flies. All right? Tell you what, like the Scientologists, we will sue people into giving us tax exemption, which is exactly what they did, by the way. Mia would like to buy some cake. I think they're just giving it out for free, Mia. Okay, here's what you do, Mia. As you leave the Church of Todd the Spicy, just hop down the street, right? Grab some free slices of cake. They're giving it away. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just take the cake and go. It's just that simple. Just take the cake and go. Again, Todd likes cake. I want to be clear about this. Nobody's saying cake isn't good. We're just saying it does not fulfill you spiritually. It may fulfill you calorically, but it does not fulfill you spiritually. Only the light, the truth, the wisdom, and the tax-exempt status of Todd the Spicy can do that. We all know this. I was most distressed. I was sitting on my couch last night with Mrs. Dave, as we do every night, because we do enjoy spending time with each other. And I forget what we were talking about. And suddenly she said, I forget what she was comparing it to. We were watching the new season of Nailed It. Thank you to M, by the way, for telling me there was a new season of that. We binge-watched it last night. And there was, I remember what it was. They were making a cake that had some sort of spice in it, like, cayenne pepper. It had a cayenne pepper in the cake. And Mrs. Dave is the chief baker around here. And I said, is that a sort of thing that you would actually put in a cake? It doesn't seem to me that cayenne pepper would go well in a cake. And she said, well, if you had a chocolate cake, you might put a little bit of spice in there. Not much, but a little bit. And then she said, just like Spicy Todd. And I had to immediately correct my own wife and say, it's Todd the Spicy. It's not Spicy Todd. Spicy Todd sounds like some sort of, weird pirate. I don't know. It's Todd the Spicy. Speaking of caloric fulfillment, I should grab a quick snack. I have grabbed no food at all. I've gone to work this morning. I've come back in a rush, and I've eaten nothing. Nothing since early this morning. And I'm also exhausted, so we know that always works out well. Plan to binge watch that after the stream. Yeah, that series just keeps getting better and better, and sillier and sillier. I mean, they're not even trying to be a real baking show at this point. To be fair, cake and ice cream is a good combo. Again, we're not denying that. At no point in time will you hear Todd the Spicy speak onto his followers, don't eat cake. But you will hear Todd the Spicy speak onto his followers that it's just not a method of spiritual fulfillment. For anyone who wants to join the cult of ice cream, be ready to give up your life choices, your children, your human rights, your money, your food choices, and such. Yeah, okay. What about ice cream cake? Ooh, Splinter Sect, Jason. Splinter Sect. Yeah. So, after the Great Reformation of cake, that would be a Splinter Sect. I'm trying to find an immediate comparison to that. I don't know, Shakers versus Quakers, I guess. Those, by the way, those are both sects of, in case anyone wanted to know. So yeah, you got the difference between Shakers and Quakers there. Todd the Spicy and the tax-exempt church is the only church for me. Now, see, Mr. Kearns wants to enjoy the light, the truth, the wisdom, and the holy love, and most importantly, the tax-exempt status of Todd the Spicy. It's very clear. It's very, very easy. It's a spiritual way to get into. It's a lifestyle. It's a spiritual lifestyle. Oh, Almond, you're doing research. Thank God. The workload must be very, very light at this point then. Very light. Lou, talk to me about your hat. How are you feeling about that, Chief? Are you really into the hat? Because I was kind of planning to sell the hat, if I'm honest about things. And I am. But if you're really into the hat, if you're having a really good time with the hat, that's okay too. That's okay. Let's get some hunting. Oh, they finished my freezer. Good. Let me extend before I forget, because I will, this zone. So we actually have somewhere to put all of this food. And I think it's time. Do I have any wood? Yes, quite a bit. I am going to start building some shelves. Very exciting stuff going on here. Very exciting. We're building shelves. I know we're all very, very thrilled about this. So let's get, all of this along here. We're going to try and tidy up the freezer a little bit. Actually, that's not where I wanted that. Cancel that, please. Re-extend that zone. Thank you. And then give me a copy right here. There we go. They don't need that much room to walk around in here. I'm sorry if the magic happy tree is sad that I'm putting a shelf up, but I'm doing it. What about pear aspera? I don't actually know much about it, Jason. I don't really actually know that much about it. I know of it. I know it exists. Spicy Todd cakes. My mind is blown. Indeed. Mrs. Dave was very clear about that in some cases you might put some hotter spice in a cake. I probably would not enjoy it, but you can do it. Oh, right. I got that joy wire. Right. I'm wicked excited about that, actually. Who's sad around here and might like to have something implanted in their brains so they weren't? Is anyone wicked sad about things all the time? Like, do I have any depressives? Because that'll knock that out of the tank right now. No, basically everyone just wants to be a penitent apologizer, which I think we could do. We've got the church. The church is looking great. The church is looking fantastic. It could look better, but it's looking okay for right now. How much do I have in cloth? Not enough to be putting drapes up. I'd forgotten about all the hats in RimWorld. Yeah, there's actually, just in case you're curious, Penge, with the addition of ideology, the amount of hats is probably doubled or tripled. Now every ideology has their own hats. Have they added shelves to RimWorld, or is that a mod? No, they always had shelves. You did shelves. You had shelves. They just have a slightly different look now. That's all. So ideology, they tweaked a little of the, I don't know what you call it, the icon of it or the asset of it. It just looks slightly different at this point. But it's exactly the same shelf that you built in your run, which I'm actually just finishing rewatching now. I'm coming to the tail end of that. I've been rewatching that at night before I go to bed, and you've just almost finished building the ship at this point. Ice Cream Cult is not a dictatorship or communist. It's a democratic republic cult of ice cream. Excellent. I'd like to see you do RimWorld again. We'd all like to see Penge do RimWorld. I don't know if Penge would do RimWorld. We'd all like to see that. It was one of my favorite things on his channel. And again, this is my second time rewatching it start to finish. Again, as I've said before, that's the kind of thing about having this whole YouTube channel nonsense. Much like games in general, I don't have a lot of time to experiment. I can't be hunting around trying to find channels that I want to watch that are new. So when I want to watch some YouTube, I'm going to go back to the stuff that I already know is going to entertain me. So I'm going back to old Geek Cupboard stuff, or I'm going back to old Many a True Nerd stuff. So at night, like before I go to bed, I kind of chill out with some Geek Cupboard playing RimWorld, and then during the day, I'm rewatching Many a True Nerd's very first Fallout 4. Alex, welcome, welcome, welcome. Penge is indeed here. Yes. Short answer, yes. Sorry. Hunger just took the words right out of my mouth there. It is a lot of rice, Tanuki. It is a tremendous amount of rice. We don't have a small amount of rice. We've got quite a bit. In fact, the one thing I don't have a problem with right now is food in this colony, which is very odd. I should have planned out the kitchen better in relation to the prison, because I'd like to make this kitchen even bigger. I've been rewatching Penge Run with my son. He's enjoying it. That's what I was thinking. They look different. Yeah, they do look different. Again, it's just an icon change. They tweaked a lot of things. So actually, while I happen to have the screen open, you actually see the standing lamp is different now too. So it actually looks like a real lamp instead of just a light bulb. There's a bunch of stuff they tweaked a little bit. Nothing crazy. They all do exactly the same things. They just changed the picture of it a little bit. Hang on. Coffee is going to live in my mouth. In lieu of food, I'm just chugging coffee. No surprise there. And I wonder why I get heartburn. Okay, now what? Workload low, food broadly under control. Is there anything new we could be hunting that isn't sacred to us? I can't believe the ibexes are sacred to us. There's no other good big animals out there. All right, go hunt some more rabbits then, I guess. It's not like they're going to fight back or anything. Okay. I would love it if Almond figured out the research, and then we could kind of move on to batteries from there, or geothermal. All right, let me do this penitent apologizer roll. It's true, Pen. She falls asleep to your voice. It's true, I do. Mrs. Dave is entirely correct about that. Imagine one day Penge and Dave just turned on the TV and there's a crazy lady from Sweden has overthrown the monarchy in Sweden. Oh, I'd immediately assume it was you, especially if it had something to do with ice cream. Because there's two things I know about you, Mia. Sweden and ice cream. That's pretty much it. And your name. So 3 things I know about you. Your name, ice cream, Sweden. Got that covered. I should eat something, Tanuki. I probably won't until the stream is over. I would not want to eat on stream. I think that's very rude. You should do a game together. We've done games together, Alex. We've done some stuff. The Talisman game is still one of my favorites. So you're going to have to go back in time a little bit there, but it's still both up on our channels. We did a game of Talisman digital edition together. It's a ton of fun. We've done some other stuff too. It's somewhere in my Fallout 76. The Geek Cupboard shows up a couple of times. Yeah, he's very briefly with the Granite Accidents when we did Eco. I think he was there for the first 2 episodes. We have always called Penge the Pete Best of the Granite Accidents. So he was there at the very, very beginning. He did one thing and you've never seen him again. So much like the Beatles and Pete Best, you're aware that he was kind of vaguely a part of it, in which he was vaguely kind of a part of the Granite Accidents and never been seen again. So, yeah, we've always kind of chuckled about that amongst ourselves, that he is the Pete Best of the Granite Accidents. Ambi, welcome, welcome. If your colony gets a cat, can I be the cat? Yes. Yes. So an indoor one so I don't get eaten this time. I can't guarantee the not getting eaten thing, Ambi. I can't guarantee I wouldn't eat it. I mean, if we get desperate. I love cats. I love cats more than anything. But, you know, food's food at the end of the day. Food's food. So, yeah, long story short, we've done stuff together. It's always nice to do more. We're always, every now and then we'll talk about it or think about it. Oh, I've completely boned us on the kitchen here. I actually sealed off the access here. Hang on, deconstruct that. It comes down to a question of time. It's a question of time. And Geek Cupboard's already saying it. Penge's already saying time zone thing. Don't blame Penge for the failure to do that. You're looking at, 2 people who have, lives and jobs and families in 2 different time zones. It's just very, very tricky to put that together. It really does take quite a bit of stars aligning, for sake of a better term. Like, everything has to come together perfectly, and oh my god, this one Saturday morning, we could actually, get together and do that. Like, when I was recording stuff with Bristly Stranger, who we miss, I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do that, because of the time zone thing. Forgot about Fallout 76. Yes, we did do that. That's actually one of my most fun episodes of that. That made it into a channel trailer clip. And yeah, so I think we did a couple of those, maybe 2 or 3. We did one with Emma, too. Today at 3:32 a.m., a crazy woman killed the king and queen of Sweden, turned the country into Democratic Liberal Republic of Sweden. You got a lot to unpack with that, Mia. There's a lot going on. What did we make? We've made a masterwork wooden shelf. As Penge might say, it's the shelfiest shelf ever. Also, we haven't adjusted any of the settings here. So, yeah, get rid of that, and we're just putting meals, raw food, chocolate, and pemmican into all of this. And then we got to paste that everywhere. The fact that they're getting all of this done so quickly, we've got to have a very, very low workload. So I got to think of other things for them to be doing. Let's get all of this pasted in here. And that, it took me so long to figure out the copy and paste settings that they even existed in this game. With that being done, why don't I make some copies of that? Let's go and keep the organization thing going a little bit here. That, and that. And temperature's still good, right? Not that good. Oh, it's because we have no power. Ah, yes, clearly it's because we have absolutely no power to this. Why do we have absolutely no power to this? Did we, when we built that shelf, did we destroy something? Nope. Nope. Do we just not have enough wind? I guess we just don't have enough wind. Maybe another wood generator. Yeah, I'll throw another one up just for fun. Just, you know, so we can keep the freezer going. Except not there. That was a terrible idea. Let's not actually build it over the cornfields. There we go. That's better. He was a splendidly beardy man. Yeah. Yeah, when he and I did a bunch of stuff together, I was getting up. It was dark. I was dark out when I was getting up. Just to fit in with the time zones. Because, you know, he had a family too, and it was hard for him to do that. It's the solar flare. Oh, it was the solar flare. All right, well, another generator won't hurt us. It won't be the worst thing in the world if we have another generator. At least until I get geothermal up and running. And then I can basically dismantle almost all of that. Sienna, Sully, when do you guys leave? 13 days. Boy, that is a heck of a long time, isn't it? That's just an awful, awful long time. Wait, did you guys already do those shelves? Well, dang. That was fast. Okay, copy those settings. You guys are wrecking those right now. Fantastic. No, just that. Thank you. And this one, please. Thank you. And no. Yes, that one. Thank you very much. This game has no respect for me. It doesn't have communism. Well, it does kind of have communism. You can set up an ideology like that. It doesn't have ice cream. Yeah, no, that is very, very true. That is true. You are 100% correct on the complete lack of ice cream. I see we've got a rabbit killed. Yay. That'll be a sandwich. Oh, turkey. Murder it. Kill it. End it. All right, we'll get over there. Don't worry. I found Penge before I found out about Dave. Watch you both daily. Yeah, we do get... we get a lot of cross-pollination between our channels. Darkblade, welcome. I think we've always said this. If you enjoy one, you're probably going to enjoy the other. Different styles, different techniques, different ways of doing videos. But if you enjoy one, you're probably going to enjoy the other one. I mean, maybe not 100% guaranteed, but usually somebody who likes one channel will probably like the other, even though we're kind of different in our approaches. Found Dave through Penge. Thank you. Have you got a goat named Twinkie? No, I have a dog named Twinkie. I can see your confusion. Dogs and goats do look remarkably similar. It's the horns. Look for the horns. Twinkie does not have a horn. Not one. That's a tail at the end. It's not a horn. But I do have plenty of goats. I've got goats. So we will have a relatively constant meat supply coming in. You know what? I'm going to extend that hay field a little bit more. Just give me that. Just make that a little bit bigger. Won't hurt. Just be some extra hay in here. I don't know why I just don't make the whole thing a hay field, but I don't. I'm glad to have led you on to this fine part of YouTube. Yes, and hopefully like 1 or 2 people trickle over from my channel to Penge. I'm not sure who's discovered me that hasn't discovered Penge first, but you know, you never know. Hang on, more coffee is going to live in my mouth. I'm very excited about this. Oh, I was right to be excited. That was very exciting. You know what we need? Stone blocks. I need more stone blocks. If the workload is that low, let's get a whole bazillion stone blocks in here. Then I can start maybe vaguely working in the direction of building a wall around this place and making it slightly more defendable. Defendable? Defensive? Defensible? Defensible. I like defensible. I'm going to call it that. Twinkie, what are you up to these days? Nothing. Okay, good. Good talk, Twinkie. Good. Excellent. All right, Ramirez, you doing stone blocks? Yep, you're on the stone block thing. Bunch of potatoes coming in. Corn's probably going to come in momentarily. 85% grown. Even with the expanded kitchen, I still kind of need some more room. It was because of your wonderful Founder's Fortune series bench. Yeah, he's always done well with Founder's Fortune. It's a good game for him. It's a good game. It's definitely his style. You're not going to go wrong with that. What was I... Oh, right, kitchen. How am I going to get the freezer bigger than it is now without wrecking my prison? Because I do want this to be a corridor. I'd rather this was not just closed off. Gonna have to have a bit of a think about that one. I did put down a chess table. Is there any other recreation I could be putting down for these people? They do get awfully sad sometimes. Lou, why are you in bed? What's your problem? Why don't you get up and do something around here? Oh, because you're a night owl. No, you should totally be in bed then. All right, guys, stay right where you are, Lou. Good job at what you're doing there, being asleep and all. Okay, where's Almond? Almond's my researcher. Almond, what are you doing these days? Playing horseshoes. Is that a valuable contribution to your time? Is that really what you want to be doing with your time? I can't force you to research, unfortunately. Could make some more kibble. Not the worst thing in the world. In the ice cream cult, if you don't eat ice cream, be ready to have your head detached. That is, that's bold. That is bold. Well, heck with it. I might just make some more shelves if nobody's got anything to do. I need some more wood for that. No, I didn't know. Sorry. Whoever I just drafted, I did not want to draft you. Everybody go back to work. I was actually just going to chop some trees down. It's a completely different thing. Go ahead and get... No. Let's try that again, Dave. Go ahead. No, those are plants, Dave. Go ahead and chop some wood. There we go. Quest available, Guarding Arcady. Wow, that's weird. That's a very weird coincidental name in my life for reasons that I will not explain. It was Wreck Tycoon and Cooking Simulator. Oh, good. Yep, Cooking Simulator was fun. Eltec's Helmet, Honor, or Goodwill. What do I have to do? We have to imprison somebody. 9 days, though. That's not very long. I don't hate that idea. I'm going to take it for the Honor. I can do without another hat. So Honor with... Oh, right. I forgot. I actually have 2 Royals. Oh, Almond or Lou? Let me come back to you in a second, Quest. I actually don't know the answer to that question. Who would like to do it? You're a yeoman, and you're a freeholder. Well, Lou, you've got the fancy hat, so you should probably be, like, even more royal. Lou, we're going to do that. Arcady arrived. Okay. Jump to that location where Arcady is. Okay, somebody go get Arcady and put him in prison. Now that I have a fancy new prison. Well, fancy-ish, anyway. Fancy vaguely-ish. I mean, it's a functional prison. It's all going to be fine. I really need, like, any other warm body at this point. Oh, I never did get around to doing the penitent apologizer thing. Who's good at chit-chat around here? Who's good at talking to people? Wait, no, that's not what I want to look at. Almond, I think it's you. 2 wrenches seems suspect. Well, M, you're just going to have to fight it out with Pench. I don't know if you can... Wait, can moderators moderate moderators? Who watches the Watchmen? This is what I'm asking. Who just got a fancy hat? Nobody got a fancy hat yet, but we're going to do a quest for a fancy hat. Lou got a fancy hat earlier. I actually was planning on selling it, but Lou's decided that Lou likes it, and you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with that. What was I doing? Oh, penitent apologizer. Who's chatty? It's usually Almond. No, it's not Almond at all. Ah, it's Lou. All right, Lou. Can you handle being king and penitent apologizer all in one go? I'm going to go with a loose yes. I want to see what happens. So you are going to be the penitent apologizer. You're going to be the moral guide of our little colony here. Yeah, go ahead and... oh, we actually do a ritual for this. Okay, cool. Well, people will probably be pretty psyched about that, I imagine. I found both Dave and Penge by accident, looking for footage of a game you were both playing it. Good, I'm glad. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, can you use... Can moderators moderate moderators? I can block Penge. Okay. Well, I would assume Penge can block you. I would assume I can block both of you. I don't know why I do that, but I would assume that I can. I don't think I was actually surprised that you can go through my comments section and just start blacklisting people. I had no idea you could do that. I thought you only had power in chat. I'm not opposed to it. I give people moderator status because you're not going to mess around. But I had no idea that you could just go through and blacklist people in my comments section. I fear I'm going to wake up someday and I'll have no comments left. You will have just gone nuts and just stricken every comment from here. Lou, how are you feeling about being penitent apologizer? I've given you a nice shiny thing on the floor for you to stand in. That's your standing spot there. That's where you do your penitent apologizing. Fancy cat wearing a fancy hat would be the best. You are not wrong about that, cat. Unfortunately, it's Fancy Lou wearing a fancy hat, which is less of a rhyme. It's less Dr. Seuss than I might ideally like it to be, but it's there. If somebody dislikes the stream, don't forget to lick the stream. If somebody dislikes this, somebody's... Oh, Mia. Mia, ice cream, Sweden. That's what I got. That's what I got right now. So is everyone, like, having fun at the ceremony here? We all having a good time? I don't really know if we're having... I honestly, if this could be the worst ceremony in the world or the best, I have no idea. We'll find out momentarily, I assume. Yes, successful role change. Okay. Yeah, great. We got that done. So, did anyone get, like, a mood boost out of that or anything? How'd you guys do with that? Nah, diddly-diddly-do. No mood boost, but now you've lost your mood debuff because we do have the role that you were looking for. So you're not happy about it, but you're less sad. That's fine. I can cope with that information. Everyone's gone off to bed, except Lou. Lou, what are you doing? Where's that little icon? What the heck does that mean? I know you're playing horseshoes. What's that little brown... Oh, it must just mean your role. That's probably your role as penitent apologizer. Found Dave first, who was Thief Simulator. I did have fun with that. That's a good game. That was one of those games that surprised me by how good it was. YouTube hated it. YouTube absolutely hated that. Is Lou getting sacrificed? No, Lou is quite the opposite. If there is a polar opposite to getting sacrificed, Lou just did it. She's actually been assumed a more ideological role. She's not only has she not been sacrificed, she's might be in charge of the sacrificing in the future. Waiting for a chance to tell Dave how to climb a wall. I figured it out eventually. Eventually, I found those vines. Hang on, last of my coffee is going to live in my mouth. We're all very excited about this. Nope, I told a lie. There's one more gulp in there. Hang on. Oh, that was good. Lukewarm, but acceptable. All right, I walked in on a ritual typical Saturday around here. Exactly. I mean, at any given point that you're going to walk into one of my streams or one of my videos, you're going to expect one of two things. There's some sort of weird ritual going on, or something's on fire. Possibly both at the same time. Possibly. But at least one of those two things is going to be happening. Lou, what are you up to? You still doing the horseshoe thing? No, you're harvesting an oak tree. Okay, that's pretty righteous of you. I see where you're going with that. I could get some more shelves up. I still just flat out need a bigger kitchen at this point. And also, is there anything else we could be hunting? Yeah, take out that raccoon and a few more rabbits. There we go. A few more rabbits. All right, let me just get it in slightly higher speed mode. What am I doing on stone blocks? I have a quantity, but not really the amount that I want. Thankfully, blissfully, this place will be very easy to wall off. Just one wall right across here, and I am done. That will be very, very simple, because I don't really... I say that, though. I mean, I say that out loud. I definitely did. I heard myself say it just now. I don't... Maybe we'll tunnel into the mountain for more living space. Yeah, because I could do... I'm kind of mostly talking to myself, but that's kind of the nature of what I do around here. It's actually what I've been doing for years on this channel, is talking to myself. But I think I'm going to start to begin... Oh, I know how I can make my kitchen even bigger. Okay, I've got a plan. We're all very excited about this. What did I make this out of? Limestone. Okay, do I have any limestone? Stop clicking things. Do I have any limestone? A little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. What have I got the most of? Slate? Yeah, broadly I could do slate. Can you see the comments that I do remove? It says it sends it somewhere. Yes, I do. Yeah. So you're just picking off the spam. I would get to those eventually, and actually YouTube picks off most of those by itself. But yeah, no, so that goes into held for review, which I would assume you don't have access to. I would see no reason you would have access to that. That's actually like part of the back part of my channel. So yeah, it sends him over there, and I see a little thing that just says removed by moderator. I'm like, oh, M's been by. Okay. Back in the Joker's bedroom days, a strong memory of these similar, bit foggy on everyone's schedules. A lot of my school, there's a challenge. People steal things from my school, like hand sanitizers. That's weird. Would it help if they had more ice cream? It probably would. So yeah, those all get shunted over to a special section called Held for Review, and I go through and go, yeah, those are all very appropriate comments to be removing. You're just totally picking off the spam. Obviously, you're well aware of that. But yeah, that's I mean, I say you're just devouring my comments section. I could theoretically put those back because they get put there, I guess, for like kind of my final approval. And then I could say, no, I really want that spam comment. I can't believe I've lived that long without having that spam comment, which is clearly either like a financial scam or some sort of pornography. I need that comment back on my video. I could put it back. I just, you're obviously no reason to do that. So, oh yeah, walls, right. How are we doing on Ramirez? You're pretty much into the stone block thing, right? Yeah, you're jamming out some stone blocks, and I really like that about you, Ramirez. What are you making right now? More slate? You're on like a slate kick. Okay, cool. Well, we'll do something with slate then, because you're into that. So get me a slate wall, and we're gonna start to... Yes, I know, the Magic Happy Tree hates it. I've got it. Thank you, game. Hate the Magic Happy Tree. Can I get rid of it? No, I can just chop it down. No, that's not going to work at all. Then everyone will be sad, because I'll have taken down the Magic Happy Tree. Get me a door. Any door. Don't care. Just before you... There you go. One door there. And then I'm going to do the same thing up here. Hopefully I've got enough slate to do this, and I may or may not. I'm also kind of planning it out as I go along here, as is my way. And a door here and over here. And then I'm going to kind of feel out how all of this goes. I don't usually build this way. Kind of built the outline, now I got to fill it in. I usually do the exact opposite of that. School children are childish, you're not wrong about that. Soap dispenser in the bathroom was a camera. Oh, I started that rumor, I thought it was fun. Yeah, it was fun, for me, anyway. We had all sorts of rumors there in our school. None of them were true. Sienna's gone berserk, and she's beaten up Sully. Right. Here's the problem with that, kids. You're both quest targets. So I can't have you guys beating each other up, because I need both of you to be alive. Could we try not to kill her? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you not killing her. Thank you. Almond, capture Sienna. And then people, please go and deal with her. Almond, what's your medical? Good enough. Okay, could you please... Oh, you're already tending to her. Okay, great. Good. Fantastic. Could you then deal with Sully when he gets into bed, please? And somebody really needs to come and clean this place, too. Ramirez, can I pull you off whatever it is you're doing and come clean, like, literally everything in here? That would be great. Benefits of having a mod. I do love just making spam disappear. Penj, you could be more useful than you know. Excellent. No, Penj doesn't do anything with my comment section. It's all M. I do. I pop in and go, whoop, M's been by. I just see this rash of spam comments that have been scoured clean from the latest video. I was kind of vaguely wondering, like, I'm not seeing as many spam comments anymore. And that is, in many ways, almost disappointing. Like, if the bots don't even want to watch the video, then that's really, really sad. Then I see Emma's been just cleaning out the area. Yep, cleaning out the area. That one's gone, that one's gone, that one's gone. And there's been no flaws so far. I mean, I checked them all out. Nope, those are all spam. All spam. All right, so what... Oh, we're building the wall. Right, this is the new plan. And I could extend the freezer more into here. I'm gonna have to build another cooler though. Definitely gonna need some AC. What is the temp in there now? It's -2, but if I make that much bigger, it's probably not going to be that for any longer. And what are we doing in terms of food? Oh yeah, 32 out of 35. Yeah, we're fine. We're totally fine on that. I may or may not start a YouTube channel called Totally Not Associated with the Wee Hours. Yeah, no, totally. Believe me, you don't want to get your viewership up, so... as I've said to each and every one of you, if you want to do a YouTube gaming channel, don't ever do what I did. I did everything wrong. Now, somehow, I'm still here, and people seem to be vaguely entertained by it. But don't do what I did. I did every single thing wrong in doing this. But yeah, best of luck. Best of luck. What are we... If I was going to do everything right, I'd still be playing Fortnite or something like that, like some other people. And I'd be really, really sad, because I'd be stuck on the same game that I don't want to play anymore. I don't know what the new hip game is anymore. I don't even pay attention. I just play what I want to play. But I'd be playing something that was hugely super popular, and I'd be doing like little 10-minute videos about some obscure part of it that would get, tens of thousands of views, and I'd hate my life. So I'm pretty happy with what I've created here. I'm far more happy than some other larger channels who I follow where they're like, my God, I hate this game. I've been playing this game for years. I'm really, really tired with this game. Terrible at editing. So am I. I'm terrible at everything. I just keep plugging along. It seems to vaguely entertain people. What was that? Oh, walls. Back to walls. Back to walls. How are the walls coming, kids? Are we having fun with walls? Oh, yeah, Arcadia. I totally forgot about you. Is anyone feeding you? Yeah. Weirdly, yes. You're actually being fed. You're luxuriantly comfortable. No one's more surprised than me, let me tell you. How cold can you make a room? Can you build a freeze-to-death execution chamber? Probably. Yeah, because they can definitely get frostbite. I don't know. Yes, short answer, I could definitely do that. I would figure out a way to do that. I'm not going to... I've only got 4 colonists. I can't afford to lose any. And all of my prisoners are quest targets. I can't afford for any of them to be dying. But yeah. Yeah, because they can get frostbite, and it can be severe and extreme, and they can die from that. So absolutely. Absolutely. It isn't Fortnite anymore. I know it's not Fortnite, Anna. I know that's long gone. It's better be authentic and play what you like. Well, good. Then I'm nailing it. I'm absolutely nailing it. Yeah, all they do is play the latest game. Latest game is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just can't get chained down to a single game, even games I love. Like, let's assume for argument's sake that anyone was interested in watching Fallout 4 anymore. I just play that all the time. But even I, as much as I love it, can't play that all the time. I've got to mix it up. I'm always looking to the next thing. Like, ooh, that seems cool. Let me go try that out. Let me see how that plays out. I play whatever. I just don't know how to edit my videos. I don't either. I just try and... I don't have a solution for that. I just edit the way I record, which is I think of something to say, and I say it, and 9 times out of 10, it usually stays in the video. It's very rare that I go, wow, that was really boring what I just said. Although I did that this morning when I was editing. I'm like, yeah, there's no need for that to be in there. So I kind of record with the idea of editing while I'm recording. So I say a thing, and then I stop talking. And then I don't try and, like, fill out the whole thing, because I know I'll just end up with way more ums and ahs and pauses than I want. So I'm doing a thing, I say a thing, I shut up. And then when I edit it, I just edit out all the dead space. That's all. Most of mine are live streams. I love streaming, I really do. I think we're all very clear about that. I do really, really enjoy it. I like hanging out with you guys. It's fun. It's a very fun thing for me to be doing every weekend. But there's a mad rat, so briefly I need to go play RimWorld. Hang on. Yeah, everyone's discovered the mad rat. Let's go ahead and take care of the mad rat, if we could. Ramirez, there you go, Chief. There you go. Much better. Much, much better. That will do. Let the blood of your victims pour into food storage. Sure. It could happen. Wouldn't that execution room just be the freezer? Well, I think we're saying that we could build a dedicated execution room. So I could put them in there and lower the temperature to an extreme level. Lock the door. Didn't we have a thing before that where we figured out that when they absolutely have to, they can get through a locked door? I think we had an issue with that in the last stream where we tried to lock somebody out of something, but they had some sort of desperate need to go through it, so they just sort of went through it. It's the chat of the live stream that makes it the best. I hope so. I hope so. What video editing software do you use? Adobe Premiere. Yeah, I don't have any strong preference for any particular software. I've used it, and I'm aware of it, and I know how to use it. Ramirez, what's your problem here? You're in no immediate danger, and you're... Okay. Lou, do you want to just pop in and deal with Ramirez, please? Yeah, prioritize tending to Ramirez. You're in no immediate danger, but we'll tidy that up a little bit. You have a combination corridor airlock for the freezer. Yeah, I forget where I learned that. I totally forget where I learned that. I passed that on to Penge. It's like my only valuable comment on this entire series. But yeah, it just it saves all the cold air going out. In retrospect, I question the need of it. Because it's not like we're catastrophically losing cold air every time the door opens. It's actually not that big a deal. But I'm just so, like, by habit, I just build it into a freezer kitchen combo that I don't know how to do anything else at this point. Do you set your colonists to attack, or do you have them flee? I usually have them on flee, but it might be better to have them on attack, so when we get something boring like a rat, they could just deal with it. I gotta vaguely remember where that actually lives. A sign? I think it's a sign. Yeah, flee. So what if we did attack instead? And you can do that for all of them. That will deal with wild animals or the mad animals. Don't tell Dave, but I missed most of the video reading the chat. That's okay. Nothing crazy is happening in here. That's why people come on here and dislike it. Apart from my serial disliker, people come on to RimWorld, and we all remember the guy who came in here, and he was like really, really into RimWorld. He's like, can you please stop talking so much? You're distracting me from the game. And we all laughed at him until he went away. No, this is, if you're coming in here and you're like really, really into RimWorld and you're looking for like the min-max guy where we're going to do this hyper efficient RimWorld build and I'm just going to shut up during it. I don't know why. I don't get that. Somebody please explain to me why somebody wants to go to a live stream where the person isn't talking. What is the point at that point? Like, why would you go to specifically to a live stream and then ask someone to stop talking? That's kind of the point, isn't it? Like, if I go to a concert, I don't go up to the band and shush them. Like, could you please stop playing your instruments? It's very distracting to me. Why would you do that? Just wall the execution freezer off for each use. Yeah, I could do that. They may break down. Yeah, I could put them. I could absolutely draft them, put them in there, and then make them stay there until somebody came by and walled it off. Yeah, best to put up a few sturdy vents between it and the victim. Yeah, I could totally do that. It's actually not even that difficult a way to kill someone off here. I'm not killing off anyone. I need all 4 colonists desperately. Moderately competent gameplay is all they get. Yeah, that's right, Em. That's what they get. That's the way we like it around here. Okay? That's the way we like it here. Moderately competent. Okay? Moderately competent. Yeah, no, Mia, absolutely. I'm surprised. I think we were all pretty much here. It's usually the same crowd week to week. Yeah, he was like really, really into RimWorld. He was really upset that I was talking. And then we laughed at him. I laughed at him. You guys laughed at him. It was just... And he went away. It's just not the right channel for him. No channel is the right channel for everybody. Nobody can like everything. I don't really understand that methodology or the mindset of, I'm going to go watch a live stream, but I hope the guy doesn't talk too much. Again, I'm not going to go to a concert and shush the band. I'm going there to hear the music. Why would I care? Dave's literally taking the reason... Dave Talk is the reason most of the time I come. Thank you. Please tell people I've annoyed with all my talking about that. Almond, how's the research going, kid? Because we're like really, really taking a long time to figure out how machining works, aren't we? It's a super, super long time, isn't it? They want Dave to shush, and we all laughed. Yeah, no, we all laughed at him. It was just this instantaneous reaction of, dude, you are so on the wrong channel. I don't shut up for 2 hours. You know how I started doing this? I've told you how I started doing this. When I started live streaming, I live streamed to exactly 0 people. 0. Okay? I talked to myself for 2 hours straight. Okay? Nobody. Nothing to react to. Not a darn thing to react to. So yeah, I ain't shutting up. If you're here for RimWorld, you're in the wrong place. I like to broadcast, otherwise I wouldn't be here. You're very welcome, Jason. Very, very welcome. I am, first of all, I'm the lucky guy. Right? I'm the lucky one. I am the one who somehow manages to entertain you guys enough that you keep coming by. But I'm the lucky one because you show up and watch. You're taking real time out of your life to come and watch this nonsense. And the best thing I can do, the way I can repay that, is to keep doing it and do, as much of it as I humanly can. I tell you, it's a kind of an eternal cycle where the more you guys are like, yeah, we're really enjoying this. All that does is make me want to do it more. So it's like, there's never a point where I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm doing enough. Therefore, people seem to be entertained, so I must be doing enough. No, the more people who show up, the more people are like, oh my god, I got to do more. I want to do more. I want to get more videos, more entertainment, more everything. I'm always trying to do more. What video was that? Oh, it was one of the live streams, Mia. I couldn't even tell you which one it was. Couldn't even begin to tell you. Am I raking time out of my life? I don't know. Do you have a rake? How is Dead Biscuit? I don't know. Watching another brick in the mall. Oh, yeah, that was one of them. I know another brick in the mall, we had a couple of viewers, but there was definitely one of those where there was 0 viewers. 0 viewers. And I talked to myself. It sounded like rake. Yes, if you have a rake, and welcome, Azrar. I didn't see you come in. Welcome. So if you have a rake, go ahead and rake that. Rake that. Play a lot of comedy nights, start in a room, just get on stage and talk nonsense till someone shows up. Welcome to my channel. You do comedy like I do this channel. I just talk nonsense until somebody shows up. Sometimes it doesn't work, you're right. Once the wall is finished, could you put a pen marker and transfer goats to the courtyard? Yes, we figured out that it does just have to be an enclosed space. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a fenced-off pen like this. However, this is not going to be a courtyard forever. So my plan is this will get filled out a little bit. With what? I don't quite know yet. And then we're going to build a sort of a corridor off here. And if we need, which I hope we will, extra living space, we're going to start tunneling into the mountain. So this part of the base will be kind of it. And then we'll tunnel into the mountain for anything else that we need. That's my plan. We'll kind of see how that all goes. Part of that, Ramirez, will be getting some more stone blocks made, Chief. Notice we're a little light on the stone blocks, huh? If you were to broadcast 5 days a week, I'd more than likely watch 5 days a week. I have always said that if Mrs. Dave and I ever hit the lottery or something and we didn't have to work, I would probably live stream more. I really do enjoy it. I have a ton of fun doing it with you guys. I just sit here and babble and play games, and people show up and I hang out with them. Somebody once described it as like hanging out with your friends at the pub every weekend, and I think if that's what you guys get out of it, that is amazing. That is all that I could ask for. I just screwed up my sleep because I want to find that live stream. You're gonna have to, Mia. It was definitely a RimWorld stream because the guy was wicked into RimWorld. He's like, could you please stop talking so much? I don't know, Mia. We've done so many. I miss the chicks. Yes, the freezer full of baby chickens. That was one of the funniest things. I've got to find that and clip that. That is great. I don't even know what to do with that. We should have some more sleeping spots. That'd be fun. If you were an animal, you could have more sleeping spots. That'd be okay. Put a couple more of these down. Maybe not in the food area. That'd be okay, too. Put a couple of goat places down. Wish I could be a bit more specific than that for you. Memory for time is not so great. It's fine. It was in there somewhere. Temporary pasture. Keep the milch muffalo? Milch muffalo? Milch muffalo? Qu'est-ce que c'est milch muffalo? What is milch? I know what muffalo is. I don't know what milch is. Is it mulch? I know what mulch is. We often mulch in our area. We mulch every fall and spring. It was before we started this new run. Yeah, I think it was... it was definitely before we started this one. It was definitely in the other one where we actually got the ship launch, the long one that we did, where I think Vossross figured out it had actually been live streamed for a year. We were playing RimWorld for a year before we got the ship launch. Was it definitely not ideology. Definitely not ideology. Dave compilations would be fun. Again, someday I'm going to have nothing but time on my hands, and I'm going to sit down and go through all the times something has been set on fire in my games and deal with that. Hang on. I got things going on here. Hang on. A head butler named Benny. Okay. I can rescue him or capture him. All right, and probably if I capture him, my guys will be unhappy. All right, where is he? Oh, he's coming in. He's still coming in. Hang on. Benny, talk to me, man. Okay, hold tight. Benny, how bad are your injuries? Pretty bad. Where are you? Oh, there's Jade over there. I got to get that. You're actually not that far away. Lou, where are people? Okay. You know what? This one time, I'm going to try and do this the Willow way, where we actually go there and deal with it before they bleed to death. So, Lou, could you please... you can't... Oh, wait, do you already have medicine? Do you already have medicine on you? That'd be great if you did. No, I don't see you having medicine. Feng, can you do this? Cannot pick up herbal medicine. Oh, yeah, no, pick it up. Okay, I was misreading this. Lou, go pick that up. Yes, one of those, please. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Pick up 3, just in case. I don't know. All right, 2. Yeah, 2 should be fine. Okay, go do that. And then I'm going to put down. Where did Benny go? Benny, come here. Oh, you're over by the gold. Good, I'll know where you are at all times. I'm going to put down. Here we go. This is how this is going to work out. A sleeping spot, which I can't put down there because it's quite outside the map. We're going to make it a medical one. I'm doing this the Willow way. We're going to see how this all works out. Lou, I need to keep an eye on you at all times, please. For, like, forever. I will be back to chat in just 1 second. So hold tight. I just want to try and deal with Benny. Lou, did you get your thing? Did you get your thing? You done with your thing? Where are you, Lou? Yep, okay. Now, don't feed a simple meal to one... go and rescue Benny. Go and rescue Benny. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm back. Let me see. Dave Compilation, would you watch some of my videos and give me some pointers? Short answer, yes. Long answer, maybe. I can give you a very, very firm maybe on that, Jason. So I don't think I've got anything to offer, man. I just do stuff. I just do stuff and hope for the best. Today's passengers, we are secretly finding Penge, which is here, but awfully quiet. Scared Penge away. Chat ain't big enough for 2 sheriffs. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Who watches the Watchmen, I say? Who watches the... I think ultimately, Jason, it's less about pointers and more about... We were talking about this last week when Mocha Pokepaw came in. It's sort of an if you build it, they will come kind of philosophy. So if you do what you want to do and you put out the style that you want to put out... Lou, could we maybe... Lou? You know what, Lou? Can you put down Benny for a sec? At all? Can you... What do we do? Yes, place Benny Butler there. Thank you. Do that. Okay, now, Lou, can you please tend to Benny? All right, we're doing this the Willow way, all right, where we don't actually haul them all the way back. We just try and heal them up as is. So, yeah, Jason, going back to that, it is definitely an if you build it, they will come kind of thing. Oh, whoa. Where are you going, Lou? Where are you going? Is Benny better? Is Benny okay now? Benny? Yes, there we go, Benny. You're still going to be dead in 5 hours. That's the problem. Lou? Can you not? Oh, you're already tending to Benny, but you're out of medicine. I might be able to solve that. Hang on. Harvest that. Go down and harvest that. There's some right there. And then you can grab it and deal with Benny. I should have got more medicine. Come on, hurry up, Lou. This is turning out to be... I should have just dragged Benny back. We would have already been done with this nonsense at that point. You botched the harvest. Okay, we got to get Benny back to... just deconstruct that. And Lou, rescue Benny, please. Let's just try and do this the normal way, please. I'm not happy with the Willow way at this point. Should have taken some more medicine. Hustle, Lou, hustle. I'll deal with this other quest in a little bit. But hustle it along there if you could, please. Hustle it along. If we could just get Benny ideally healed. Moving along here. Anytime now. Who's my best doctory person? I think it's Almond. Yeah, Almond's rock and roll with the doctory stuff. Okay, yep, and in. Almond. Tend to Benny, please. Benny, how much longer you got? 3 hours. We can probably get that done. I think we can get that done in 3 hours. That's no problem. No problem at all. Just gone 9 in the UK, so bedtime routines is probably a good guess. Yeah, he kind of checks in and out as the family needs him. Benny, are you not going to die anymore? Yes, you're not going to die anymore. Good. Now what is this? Orbiting space drone. Right. This one is kind of a pain in the neck. Kind of a pain in the neck. They're going to send attackers every 8 hours. Time to prepare defenses. I'm actually going to say no. I usually do this one, but I'm going to go with a no, because that is just an endless stream of attacks until we get that done. And I just don't think we're ready for that yet. I don't think that's going to do well right now. The Milch Muffalo is the... Oh, milk! Oh, okay. Milk muffalo. You keep for milk production. Okay. We get milk from goats, though. Yeah, don't forget to feed Benny. Yeah, people will probably forget to feed Benny. Benny, do you need a bite to eat? You're fine right now. You're totally fine right now. It's okay. Arcady, I kind of pulled the person off who was trying to feed you. Yeah, somebody should now feed Arcady. Almond, you're feeding somebody else. Can you do it? Yeah, deliver food for Arcady, please. I've just this moment rejoined. Welcome back, Penge. We were going to have a moderator on moderator war. We were going to see if you can moderate M and M can moderate you, and perhaps the universe will implode upon itself. We're hoping it's the case. So we fed Benny. All right, Benny's under control. Arcady's got some food, and I think I just saw somebody going up to feed the other two over there. How's your health? Wow, you're still recovering from all of that. You've definitely just been fed. You have not, but Almond might be working on you. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, possibly. You've been fed. Feng, can you get Suli fed? Yeah, deliver some food for Suli. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. I'm very, very confident. Okay, back up to relatively higher speed mode. Did we get all the walls done? Yeah, we got... Oh, we finally finished machining. Great, let's go right to the one that's going to take forever. Geothermal power, please. Go, Almond, go. What do I need to say? Something naughty and inappropriate? No, we're just curious if you can moderate each other. If you can just sort of blacklist each other back and forth. We're just kind of curious as to what the moderator status actually grants. Because M can go through my comment section and just take out anything she wants from any video, any comment she feels is inappropriate. Can just go right out of there. Right out. Just blacklist a line item veto right through it. I mean, I can ultimately go back in and put them back in, but yeah. So apparently, so could you. You could just go through my comment section and say, no, I don't think that meets the Geek Cupboard standards for comment, and I'm going to get rid of it. So we're wondering if you can moderate each other. Can you just keep going back and forth and blacklisting each other? I don't know. Ramirez, what are you up to these days? You doing more stone blocks, kid? Because I'm like wicked excited about the stone block thing. Yeah, you are. Okay, cool. And it looks like we got enough stone blocks to finish the outer perimeter, which is nice, and then I can figure out how to fill this in. I don't have any firm plans for that. Anything we can be going out and murdering? It's an immature dryad. Should probably not murder that. Let's not. And, oh god, it's nothing but rats and squirrels. Alright, somebody go kill a bunch of rodents so we can eat them. We've got food. I'm not worried about food. We've got plenty of food. Mostly potatoes. Largely potatoes. Corn should be coming in very, very... Yeah, it'll be done tomorrow. That'll be no fun. Quite a serious power. Yeah, it is a serious power. It is. Yeah, M can just strike out any comment that M feels is not appropriate for my channel. Oh, there's a raid. Hang on, I've got to play RimWorld. Hang on, I'll be right back. Two guys, Wasp and Porpoise. Oh, I love you both. Oh, could we please have both of you? Wasp and Porpoise. It sounds like a really, really, like, genre-breaking, shattering preconceptions of what a superhero is comic book. Wasp and Porpoise. I would read that. And then I'd go, wow, this is wicked pretentious. Can you just punch something, please? I already read The Dark Knight Returns. I don't need a deconstruction of the superhero genre. That would be my conversation to myself, my little monologue. But I'd still probably buy it and read it anyway, no matter how pretentious it was. So Porpoise and Wasp, superheroes yet not, struggling with, I don't know, they're always struggling with something, their identity or something. Ooh, is that plasteel? Is that, it is. I rarely see that out in the wild. Oh, let's get us some of that. Nobody don't like plasteel. Get that, and there might be something more living under there too. Could put Mia in a timeout. You could. You could. You'll have to fight that out with Mia. Don't give Penge ideas. He'll make it a cakeist comment section. He could. He absolutely could. And I have no status on his channel. So he could strike out all references to the Church of Todd the Spicy, no matter the light, wisdom, hope, and truth and tax-exempt status that it may offer to its penitents. It could go. It could all go. Everybody come out and get drafted. We're going to go get in a fight. Wasp and Porpoise are here. They may or may not be superheroes, and they're certainly struggling with something. They always do. All right, where you guys? You guys were coming right in. Yeah, you're definitely coming right in. Let's go. How about we hide behind these trees, guys? You want to go hide behind some trees? It's fun when we do that, isn't it? I like to hide behind trees. Feng loves. Benny's recovered and decided to leave. Well, to heck with you, Benny. Okay, I should just captured him. To heck with you, Benny. Nobody liked you very much anyway. Ramirez, could you go punch Wasp, please? I just feel that would be a valuable addition to the team. With great power comes great references to tea and cake. Indeed. Speaking of superheroes, I'm writing a comedy novel called The One Adventure of Sporkman. Hey, who doesn't love a spork? We had sporks in my high school. They favored them over forks and knives. I don't know why. Probably because it's a universal tool. More punching of Wasp, please. Anyone want to punch Wasp? Ramirez, I'm looking in your direction. How are you doing on the Wasp punching? Do you want to now punch Porpoise? You kind of punched Wasp to death. That's okay, it'll turn up in the comic book. Ah, darn, we killed them both. That makes me sad. I wanted to capture them. Okay, everybody back to work. Ramirez, you're probably going to need a little touch-up there. And we'll take all of their things, and we'll put the bodies in the Hall of the Dead. They did turn up with a bunch of herbal medicine. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Ramirez, how'd you fare there? Boy, you do get beaten up a lot. Yeah, you got a little beaten up there, didn't you? Okay, go rest until healed. We'll deal with you later, as we always do. Almond, you want to go check in on Ramirez? Just give him a little Band-Aid or something. I do love your hair, Ramirez. Go ahead and prioritize tending to Ramirez, please. Thank you. Sienna, Sully, when are you people leaving? Not anytime in the near future. Arcady, you're out pretty soon. 5.9 days. Goodness, we do have a lot of prisoners who offer us nothing but some very tiny rewards. Did you know with Bobcat, the early Batman comics were often direct ripoffs of the Shadow Pulps? Doesn't surprise me. Do I have a shuttle down to the left of the base? The left. There's a bunch of stuff over here. It's just debris. So this is new with ideologies. It's just junk on the map. It's an ancient pod car. There's an ancient wheel. Oh, I can claim that one. I'll deconstruct that. So most of them you actually have to go up and shoot. Just get all of these, claim all of them, and deconstruct them. Some of them, apparently, I can claim and then deconstruct. But like the ancient car here, I have to just go shoot it to death. And then it'll give, I assume, largely metal slag, maybe a few bits of steel, that kind of thing. So we might go and do that at some point if I need to clear out a bit of the map, but no immediate hurry on that. Okay, now what? Still want to extend that a little bit more. What are you guys sad about? You need batteries and you need warm clothes. Okay, well, I think we're vaguely working on one parka. Not very fast. You need the bench so they can all get the cool haircut. Yeah, the bench is a long way off. I don't think the bench is coming anytime soon. Not with 4 people. The workload seems to be under control right now. Oh dear, somebody's got an infection. Benny, you're sick. Benny, you just said you're going to leave. Why do we care about your infection now? But somebody prioritize tending to Benny. We'll get a bit of a mood buff because we're being charitable. It's a mod to get rid of that junk on spawn. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised it's there. It seemed like a very unnecessary thing. Like, why did we do that? Okay, sure, it makes the map vaguely more interesting, but not by much. It's really just... It's just junking up the place, and now it's slightly more difficult to build things. Should we be doing anything here? We could begin the Ethical Festival. Who doesn't love an Ethical Festival? I love the Ethical Festival. We just had that last month in our town. Ethical Festival. We all got around and cheered and threw confetti and talked about ethics. It was fantastic. Bit sad that you can't make a modern pod car. Indeed. Indeed. Writing books isn't that glorious. Published one, it was mainly horrible. I don't promote it even to my worst enemy. Okay, we could probably do this. I'm gonna get a mood boost. If I did, it's a 73% chance of, a 73% expected quality. That's not bad. I could live with that. Ramirez, are you out of the hospital yet? Because we're gonna have an ethics festival when you're done. I know it doesn't sound exciting, but there's punch. There will be punch. There might be cake. I don't know. I don't know if that's appropriate for the Ethics Festival. Maybe Benny was leaving the hospital. Yeah, I don't think Benny's going anywhere. I think Benny said he's leaving. He ain't going anywhere in the near future. He's still a little banged up, and now he's got the infection. He's just sucking up more of my medicine without joining me. Were you any good, Benny? Am I missing out? Actually, you weren't bad. Oh, you weren't bad at all. Cooking of... I should have just captured you. Cooking of 7, Artistic of 7. That ain't bad. Medical of 4, you could have even been a backup doctor. I prefer unethical festivals myself, to each their own. Yeah, the Ethics Festival is just very polite, well-mannered, lots of confetti. Confetti is the focus of the Ethical Festival. Because you just can't spell ethics without confetti. Go ahead, try it. I dare you. Is cake ethical? It is ethical. It's just no path to spiritual fulfillment, and certainly not a path to tax exemption. I would love it if we got a cleaning person on board, but I don't see that happening anytime in the near future. Could we get a few things hauled? No empty... Oh, I have no empty accessible spots to store it. Really? I never set up a dumping ground for that? I can do that. I can do that right now. You don't even worry about that game. I got that covered. You don't even. Let's do a dumping stockpile zone like that. And then we're just going to put, well, things that go in the dumping stockpile zone largely. No corpses, please. Yeah, we've got a different spot for corpses. Just the chunks. We'll be fine. Ethnic festivals here always end up being just hot dogs. Irish, German, or Japanese, they always serve hot dogs and pretzels. Indeed. Didn't Socrates have something like that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he invented it. He also invented confetti. Not many people know that. But Socrates, apart from being, a great orator and philosopher, also invented confetti. Very few. It doesn't really make the history books very much because nobody thinks about who made confetti. They think it was just one of those things we figured out. We just cut up bits of paper and said, yeah, let's throw these at each other. But no, it was Socrates. Yep, Socrates invented confetti. I forget what book he writes about that in, but it is in one of his many works, Socratic methods, if you will, of confetti. There is a Socratic method of confetti. I just don't know what it is. It's a secret. You can arrest Benny, lock the door, and when he's up, arrest him. I could do that. It's not the worst idea. I could definitely do that. But we'll just let Benny go. It's fine. I think people are going to get bummed out if we capture him, and I'm kind of on thin ice with my colonists right now as it is. So I'd prefer they didn't get even more fussy by us, arresting an innocent person. So we won't do that. Remember to lick the stream tastes like ethical and confetti cake. Oh, I like confetti cake. Oh, now I want confetti cake. I like cake. It's no path to spiritual enlightenment, but again, I like it. I absolutely love it. It's just not, it's not going to fill my soul. Fill my stomach. It's not going to fill my soul. What were we doing? Oh, we were trying to get those blocks moved so we could have our ethical confetti festival. I see we've done one. We've moved one block. Ramirez, I do see you're up and about. Could you please, we're just going to do a quick hauling expedition here. Everybody grab a rock and bring it somewhere other than where it is right now. That's our goal with rocks. And then Ramirez, when you're done with that, I'd like you to clean the church up a little bit, please. So in fact, you can even just drop that. Drop the rock and go ahead and clean up the church because it's not nice in there. And we're about to have an ethics festival. There's going to be a lot of confetti, Socratic confetti, if I have my way, and I will. Let's Ramirez, you wanna finish the job? How about we didn't do half a job here, man? How about we did the whole job? Then you can go to bed. All right, you done? That's better. Okay, much more like it. You missed a little spot up there, but I'm going to let that one slide, man. Fingers crossed for you publishing something in the future. You're totally not talking to me. I never had confetti cake. Confetti cake is fun. Yeah, it's fun. Any kind of cake is fun. Again, just to be clear, it's not tax exempt, but it's fun. Ate my ice cream yesterday. I have no ice cream if that helps me. I have none. The amount of ice cream in our house is in fact 0. It's very sad. It's very depressing. Is everyone in bed? Lou, you're not in bed. Oh, you're hauling rice. Okay, are you making more food? Because that'd be nice if you did that. And also, we could get these chunks out of here. That'd be super. I really need a cleaning person sooner rather than later. One chunk is left. Yeah, I know. Everyone went to bed. So we'll get that one out in the morning when everyone gets up. And then we're going to have the Socratic Confetti Festival. And ethics. Ethics are in there, too. Something about ethics, but mostly Socratic confetti. Just mostly because it's fun to say Socratic confetti. It's got those hard C sounds in there, Socratic confetti. Try it at home. It's fun. So one chunk of stone. Yeah, got it. No, definitely got it, Jayhawk. I'm going to let Lou do some cooking here. Oh, now you're playing horseshoes. Nope, now you're not contributing. Now you can haul that. All right, and then everyone's broadly getting up. I'll let them have something to eat. Tend to the prisoners, and then we might have the Socratic confetti method, festival, which may or may not. Lynette, welcome. What are my PC specs? I don't mind you asking at all. I couldn't answer that question, Lynette. Couldn't possibly answer that. There's numbers. I know there's a fair number of numbers attached to them. I'm sure gigs are involved. No, Lynette, I got it like 2 years ago, and I couldn't begin to tell you what's in it right now. So I just don't remember. So no, I don't mind you asking at all. I'm very certain there are numbers and a gig, and probably there are graphics. Yep, there are graphics. And that's I got a monitor. Does that help? I have 2 of them. Actually, I have 2. So I don't know if any of this is helping you at all, Lynette. Do you enjoy Socratic confetti? Because that's what we're going to be doing soon, and I'm more confident about that. It is dark outside. Well, you live in Sweden. Isn't Sweden permanently dark? I thought that was just night all the time. That's what I assumed about Sweden. These are the things I know about Sweden. It's just dark forever in Sweden. That's why you guys got such crazy death metal over there, because it's just dark all the time. Everyone's up and happy-ish. Has everyone fed the prisoners? You're fed. You're fed. You're fed. Okay, time for my Socratic Confetti Ethical Festival. Yeah, I want to do that. Let's do that. Let's have an ethical festival. Lou's gonna lead it, and people are gonna go. Yeah, go do that. Go jam that out. Rock that out. Dave's PC specs are box with on-off button, screen 1, screen 2, mouse and keyboard. Yeah, I think Keycupboard's got it. Oh, you know what we've got, Lynette? You know what we've got? We've got those little, like places where you put other things. Like where you put a headphone thing in, and there's like a hole. I don't know why they have a hole, but there's a hole, and you like plug a thing into a thing. Do I know the RAM? Not off the top of my head, Lynette. And I not off the top of my head. So it's a couple of years old. It was good when I got it, and it can be easily upgraded. So I'm pretty chill about that. I like that part. You may have okay. I think Mia may be kind of going over to the dark side of cake. Mia, you understand you will not be tax exempt over there, right? You understand there's no tax exemption in this cake cult, all right? True light, hope, faith, devotion, spiritual enlightenment, and tax exemption may only be found through the Church of Todd the Spicy. How's my ethical confetti festival going on? Seems to be going okay. Lou's leading it. Lou's wandered off. Are we all kind of just hanging out? So this is a festival to you, is it? Mostly you're just standing in different parts of the room. Is this fun, Ramirez? Is this fun for you guys? Where does Benny have an infection? You could just lop the limb off. I could, you're right. I could absolutely just take your head off or something. You have... Yeah, I could take your left arm off. You're already immune anyway. Too late. Never mind. Too late. Alright, so how's the... Okay, looks like the Ethical Confetti Festival is almost over. We're probably talking about Socrates at this point. The Socratic method of confetti. A very specific method. Secret, really. And we're done. Okay, how did we feel about the festival? Yes, 72% quality. Okay. Are people... Yeah, +5 mood for 6 days. Well, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Cool. So we had a really good Ethical Confetti Festival. I used to write comedy nonsense. There was a short sitcom script that was performed on stage. Well, that's very, very fancy. Ice Cream Cult totally pays all the 7 taxes. Wait, you have 7 taxes? That's it? We've got like 107 over here. We get taxed for breathing loudly over here. That's why we're all trying to form churches. It's the only time you can become tax exempt. What do you mean you have 7 taxes? What is this 7? My tax returns are like a small novel. You should see what my accountant does. There are great works of literature that are shorter than my tax returns. And you're telling me you only got 7 taxes over there? This is ridiculous. We're all moving to Sweden. Everybody pack. Everybody start packing now. We're all going somewhere very dark where there's ice cream and death metal, and apparently only... What are the 7 taxes for? Are any of them for hats? Because I think Penj is going to need to know that before he comes with us. We're all going, by the way. Everyone's going. Everyone can just start packing. Except Mia. Mia's already there. So, Mia, don't pack. I know I said pack, but, like, totally stop packing now. Unless you want to go somewhere else. Because, you know, it's, like, you know, free and all that. So, what's 7 taxes? I War and Peace is shorter than my tax returns. And you're talking about 7 taxes. This is ridiculous. Okay, back to RimWorld. Sienna. Right, 8 days for you. And 4.2 days for Arcady. Great. Good. Glad to get rid of you. Workload seems to be light again. I think Why don't we make a few fine meals? Why don't we just do a few of those? I think we're going to have the meat to keep that going. So let's do fine meal times 4. Just try to keep 10 of them. That's it, just 10. Yeah, when you have 10, cool, and then pause it when satisfied. Okay, so when you got 5, you won't bother. If you've got 6, you won't do anymore. What is your VAT? I was shook that the UK had 20%. Cat, that is remarkable, Cat. I'll come back to VAT in a moment, Em. I'll be right with you about that. But yes, we don't really have VAT. Cat, that is remarkable. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am going to definitely, please keep chatting. You can't shut me up, Cat. See, it just makes me want to do more. It just makes me want to do more. Thank you so much, Cat. I hope we see you every single time we're doing this. You're all welcome. Everyone's welcome. I love all of you guys. I mean, not love in like a creepy way, but I mean love in the sense that I love the fact that you come by and spend time with me. So like totally not creepy love. Just like a totally like chill pedestrian kind of thing going on there. So yeah, apparently, Mr. Kearns, there are only 7 taxes in Sweden. Just be careful, your lungs might not be strong enough for the radiation. That's true. All of Sweden is heavily irradiated. I did forget about that. I totally forgot about that. Just all keep being awesome. Well, you know what, Cat? Right channel for that. Everyone here is awesome. Everyone here is awesome. Everyone who comes by is awesome. Again, in a totally non-creepy definition of the word love, I love all you guys. Absolutely. So anyway, M, back to VAT. So VAT being value-added tax, as I recall. As now, Penge or any other Brits can correct me on this, because I'm stretching my memory of when I lived there, and I was also, you know, a child, you know, growing into a older child. Anyway, I was young when so VAT wasn't a thing that I thought a lot about. But that's just slapped on, like, literally everything, right? You buy anything at all, you get VAT on it. And it's just, and that's included, right? So now, again, Penge or any of the other Brits can correct me, but let's say I go into a store in Britain and I see something for £5. The VAT is already in there, right? Like, I'm just going to hand my £5 to somebody and walk away with my thing that I got, right? Okay, I believe that is the case. Not so here. Now, let's all remember that the United States is not one country, it's 50 small countries all trying to get along with each other. So here in my state, we had a sales tax that then jumped up, and then everyone got really, really angry about that because we had a very, very high sales tax, and then they bumped it back down to the original rate. So the sales tax. I go into a store, and I see something that costs $5. I don't pay $5. I pay $5 plus the sales tax. I believe, I could be totally misremembering this, I believe our sales tax right now is 6.25%. So I go in for something for $5, I pay $5 plus 6.25%. So if something is priced at $5, I know I actually need more money than that. I need $5 plus 6.25%. Now, every state can have a completely different sales tax. Completely different. The state next to us has no sales tax. So guess what? Guess what we all do? When we need high-value items, like, you know, washing machines, consumer goods, we just go across the border where there is no sales tax. So if I buy something for $1,000 in my state, I pay $1,000 plus 6.25%. If I go over the border, which is about, if you catch the traffic right, 25 minutes away, I just pay the $1,000. So, P.S., there's usually a lot of cops hanging out at the border waiting for people to do stupid things like that. But anyway, so yeah, Jason's got it right. 8 cents on the dollar, so you've got an 8% sales tax. I don't know what state Jason lives in, but every state is different, and not every state has a sales tax. The sales tax is completely, of course, different from the income tax. We have an income tax for the state and a federal income tax. So I pay the state money every year, and we pay the feds money every year. And then there's all sorts of things that aren't taxed. So, for instance, that sales tax does not apply to newspapers. If a newspaper costs $1, then it costs $1. Periodicals, for some reason, are not taxed. So newspapers and magazines are not taxed, but books are, because they're not a periodical. Why? Don't really know. Don't really care. So if you go over the border to buy a washing machine, is that illegal? It's not illegal if you then come back and pay the tax on it. If you don't plan on paying the tax, then yes, that is a crime. That is absolute crime. So it's not like duty free when there's no penalties, like that. We all enjoy duty free. We go up in the air. The air does not belong to anyone, and we can buy everything tax free, and there are no repercussions for that. Here, it is comically accepted that if you go and buy a washing machine, you come back to your state, you then pay the tax on it, and everyone goes, "No, I'm not doing that." So. Really, the big ones are cigarettes and liquor. So if you go to the border of our state and you look over the border, you will see nothing but liquor stores. Because not obviously we have a sales tax. We also have very aggressive extra taxes on cigarettes and liquor, for the obvious reason that they're both very bad for you. And so that costs money to our healthcare system. People go in the hospital because of those two things. And so we want to tax it. So not only is there sales tax, but there's also even extra, like way more taxes on cigarettes and liquor. The state next to us does not have that. So if you go up to the border and you set 1 foot over the border, nothing but liquor stores. Nothing. Just wall-to-wall liquor stores, because everyone from my state goes over there, gets all the alcohol they want, tax-free, and then drives back home. It's always been a bit of a joke. It's actually been a bit of a fight. So what's happening is stores in my state that are up near that border are petitioning, and to a degree somewhat successfully, to say, hey, we're getting killed. We can't run our business because everybody comes up and then they just drive right by our store because they're going to go 10 feet away and get all of that stuff tax-free. So it's never been 100% solved, but it's a weird, again, we're 50 small countries trying to get along. But the other state is still in the U.S. Yeah, exactly, Em. It's welcome to my country, because we've got 50 states and we have 50 different laws for them. We have broad federal laws. Let me be clear about this. So there are broad, like murder, bad. Murder, no go anywhere. Not any state. That's a federal thing. Like, you can't be doing that. Like, don't be killing nobody nowhere. There's no state where it's like, yeah, no, it's chill here, man. Like we got crazy income tax, but you can totally kill guys here. That does not happen. That does not happen. When I go over the border, I end up in Milton Keynes. Penge, I am old enough to remember when they built Milton Keynes. It's quite a remarkable thing. They were like, we're actually building a completely new city. Like, from scratch. And everyone was really excited about that. And then it turned out to be Milton Keynes, and everyone got a little depressed. So, but yeah, 50 completely different state laws. And states' rights is a big thing for us. That's why, we kind of fought a war for it, guys. We kind of, ejected the British from our country because we all woke up and said, we'd prefer to have our own ideas about what, taxes should be and who's in charge of us. And now we've got 50 different ones. So yeah, I can buy something here. Long story short, I can buy something here for $100, and it costs me $100 plus 6.25%. Jason, it'll cost him $100 plus 8%. You can go to some other states, it might be higher. It might be lower. And you can go to the neighboring state, to my state, and it's zero. And so there are some other states that have zero sales tax. In fact, the state next to us has zero income tax. Basically, that's the state you want to live on. Unfortunately, what that also means is you also get very primitive, government stuff, because they don't make any money. So it's kind of like it's one of the last vestiges of sort of, not the Wild West, because we're not in the West, but it has that kind of attitude. Like, you want something, do it yourself. That's a great attitude, but that doesn't get any cops hired. All right. Anyway, enough about taxes. If you buy something in the USA and bring it back to Canada, you pay the state tax, then your province tax, and maybe extra duty. Yeah, exactly. So how does it work with online ordering? That's a whole other thing, Penge. That's a whole other thing. Depends what state it's being shipped to. Depends what their individual laws may be on that. To my knowledge, and I'm speaking out of turn here because it's not like I sit down and research taxes all day. It's why I pay accountants. But if you sit down and go through all of this, it's going to be a little different everywhere. I think ideally the federal government would love to get a solid tax on online ordering, but nobody's ever managed to do it yet. Wherever I go in South Africa, I'll just end up near the ocean or in the rest of Africa. So some states have got it. I know I see when I order stuff online, down below to be say like, hey, are you in this state or this state? And it obviously, it knows where you are, clearly, because you're shipping it to there. Say, oh, then this tax applies. But that's not all 50 states. That's not all 50 states at all. Very strange thing Sweden is. Near the border to Finland, you don't need a passport. Well, yeah, who would want to go to Finland in the first place? A bunch of Finnish people up there. I have no idea. I'm sure Finland is a delightful place. I'm just sleep deprived and food deprived at this point. And now I'm talking about taxes. Oh, dear. Okay. Has anything happened in RimWorld, by the way? Because I was totally not paying attention. This is why colonists die in RimWorld. I was 100% not paying attention. Is there anything I need to be attending to? Almond seems to have some stone blocks. Ramirez, you're playing a little chess there. The dog is hauling some medicine around. Okay, this, I noticed we haven't put a roof on any of this. This is fully enclosed, right? Why have we not roofed this off? Have you actually decided this is some sort of courtyard? Interesting. I'm going to roof that. Because I would just like to see a roof on that. Thank you, zone and roof. Yeah, you've just kind of just decided it's a courtyard. I don't hate that idea, but that's not the broad... Actually, you know what? For right now, it can be. And then later I'll put a roof on it. Pingu lives in Finland. There are 27 eggs in the freezer. Where did the eggs come from? Well, definitely not ostriches, because you can't fit that many ostrich eggs in a freezer. I can tell you that right now. Your max is 3. When you put your postal code in for shipping or wherever you're buying from, it knows how to calculate tax. Yeah, what Mrs. Dave said. When in doubt, listen to her. That I when in doubt, just generally always listen to her. She's smarter than me. So yeah, that's how online ordering is dealt with. You put in your zip code, or for you, as Mrs. Dave says, your postal code, and it knows exactly where you are and calculates tax, if applicable. M's out. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Enjoy the week. Remember, you're amazing. Thank you so much. So are you, M. So are you. But probably win an arm wrestle for the Blue Wrench title. I like having both of you, frankly, as moderators. I like having both of you. Thank you so much, M. We'll see you next week, and we'll see you around the comment section. Do check out, M, the latest Honey, I Joined a Cult. That should be up tomorrow, because the blessed of Todd the Spicy shall be rewarded. Todd has said as much. Todd spaketh unto his followers and said, no, dude, I got you, man. I got you. In Sweden, we have 7 or 6 taxes. I'm not sure. Yeah, we've got like 700 or 600. We'll have to battle it out for the bestest Blue Wrench owner, indeed. You know what? With M's exit, that is probably an excellent place to call the stream from there. I am tired and I am hungry, and I loved every second of hanging out with you guys, as I always do. I do this every weekend. You know I love doing this every single weekend. I can't wait to do it Friday. I can't wait to do it Saturday. And you guys have never, ever disappointed me. I got out late from work today, and my biggest concern was I've got to get home on time to start the stream. I knew I'd be running about 30 to 40 minutes late, and that cuts it really close. And I was like, I got to get home. I got to get home to do the stream. I look forward to this every single week. You guys always, always show up and entertain me more than I entertain you. Curious where you're calling. You got eggs. Oh, Jayhawk, pod. Dropped from a pod. So yes. I will pass on the cake, although Mrs. Dave has got cinnamon rolls planned for later. But guys, thank you so very, very much for coming by. I can't express how much this means to me every single week. Hopefully you guys get entertained, but I'm the lucky one here. I am the lucky one. So I will see you guys next Friday for some Fallout, if you want to come by and check that out. I'll see you next Saturday for RimWorld. And apart from that, you guys know where to find me. I will see you next week. Goodbye, and good